Hey guys, welcome back to Brandon and the Fat Man. This is our third video in our series of how to not be fat. I'm excited because today is the one I've been looking forward to, is talking about goals. We're going to be talking about goals, both weight loss goals and physical goals, and are they effective? Can they help? Are they harmful? We're going to go through all those things, so let's get right to it. Hey guys, thank you again for joining me. I want to tell you, I've shot this video a couple of times, and I've struggled back and forth on exactly how I want to do this. Like I said, we're going to be talking about goals, but I think we're going to do two parts of talking about goals. So today's video, we're going to talk about weight loss goals themselves, and then we're going to talk about physical goals later in a video coming up here very soon. But I wanted to get into weight loss goals because there's so much there, and I want to tell you real quick too. I told you guys before, I'm going to be telling you the good and I'm going to be telling you the bad. And if you haven't seen my last video, just a real short video I put out a couple of days ago, go check that out, because that shows you some of the good, the benefits of doing this, an awesome thing that excites me. And I do want to tell you the bad. I didn't mention in that video because I wanted to keep it all positive, and this isn't horrible, but my blood pressure, I am on blood pressure medication. If I could speak, it'd work out great. But I was hoping that I would soon be going down on blood pressure, and I not only have I not gone down, I'm still up at a level even taking blood pressure medication. So they had to adjust it up on my medication, unfortunately. I do know that as I lose weight, that should get under control, and I should be able to get off that blood pressure medication because Dr. Foley believes so too. But I just kind of wanted to get that out there too, because I told you I'm going to tell you about the not so good stuff too, because we all go through failures. We go through struggles, and it's important for us to recognize that we all go through it, but we all can get through it. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there too. Now to goals, to weight loss goals. So I want to tell you, I don't put a whole lot of stock into weight loss goals themselves. I don't put a whole lot of stock into checking the scale itself. It's always hard, right? It's always difficult because the scale can be very confusing to you. And I'll share with you, I'll show you a picture now. This is my actual weight loss goals that I have. Just to let you know, I'm 5'5", and I started out at 354 pounds. That was the heaviest I've hit, and that was my most recent heavy weight, because I am bigger now than I ever have been before. And so I set a few goals. Now, I didn't set these goals until I had actually already lost 12 or 13 pounds. So then that first goal of getting under 340 pounds, done that, check mark that off. We'll check mark that off, and that's exciting. Yes, I completed that goal. I feel like I'm sinking on my couch, so I'm going to sit up here. So we've check marked that goal, and I'm excited about that. But I do want to tell you too, well, before I get into this part, I will go ahead and tell you my next few goals, because I do have these. My next goal is to hit 325 pounds. So I'm excited to get to that point. Then I want to hit the point where I'm actually under 300 pounds. So that's my next two goals that I have to reach. And then I have I going down 25 pounds at a time from there. I do have a goal of hitting 254, because that would be my 100 mark. I also have a small goal to hit yet, and that's to lose 20 pounds. And I'm going to show you a picture of my scale, because I'm recording this at night, and in the morning I'm going to check my weight, and I'm going to take a picture of it. And whatever it is I'm showing you right now, whatever that weight is. And I'm hoping that weight is at least 334 pounds or less, because that will mean that I've lost 20 pounds, and that would be nice. That's not one of my written goals, but it is a goal, you know, so there's always those little things. But I want to point out too that I don't live and die by that scale and by that that stuff, because the scale is funny. It's some of it can be explained, and some of it I don't know. Sometimes we have these things of you're putting in the work and you're not losing weight, and it's a struggle. Part of that is because you're going through changes in your body, so your muscle mass is increasing, and muscle weighs more than fat, so you have that happens. You know, part of it is you hit this plateau and you're burning off, but it doesn't show on the scale yet, but you may be showing in other ways, and we'll get to some of that in the physical goals. And I'll tell you, I had a struggle fairly recently. Before I started this channel, before I started setting goals, before I started moving forward, and the only thing I had done was the drinks that I showed you the other day, I had this struggle that I had to face with the scale not moving. I had lost 12 or 13 pounds. And it was stuck there for a while, and I was confused, because I had switched my drinks and I had started walking a little bit, but the scale wasn't moving. And finally I realized, and it was about the time that I started working on doing these videos and stuff, I finally realized my previous job, I was working at a place where I was fairly active in my work that I did. And I then moved into the position I am, which is a full-time pastor. And I'm not as physically active in this job because I spend a lot of time on the phone or on the computer, or, you know, sitting down in meetings and things like that. There's a lot of sitting down at my job and not getting up and moving and being active as much in that job. So I started to realize I had done enough this entire time that I've been a pastor, and we'll talk about me being a pastor and overweight another time too, but that'll be another video. But this entire time I've gained and I've gained and I've gained. So my actions, yes, I lost an initial small amount, but then I stopped because I'd only picked up enough activity and enough change in my intake to effectively stop my gaining weight. That's why I wasn't losing anymore, because I was still in the process of gaining. So I needed to change more to stop gaining, or I changed enough to stop gaining, but I needed to change more if I'm going to start losing. So I realized that there's, you know, sometimes we face those things, and that's what happens when you hit a plateau. You've done enough to get to that point. Now we need to change things up. So it's good to have those goals. It's good to have those specific weight loss goals. You want to reach those things because it's extremely motivating and extremely exciting when you hit those things. But don't live and die by that. The physical goals that we'll talk about in the next video, those are so much more important. Those are so much better, and a better thing to look at. And I'll get into why on that as well. So thank you for joining me. I love you. God loves you. And we'll see you next time.